You can freely download this practical notebook from my website. From its home page, go to middle left and click Books and Notes. A new web page will open. Then download third book in PDF format. Experiment 2 on page 112 in the practical notebook. Left side page of same experiment.
So today we have to discuss that how we are able to find the resistance of a galvanometer with the help of the half deflection method. So let's consider. Our experiment is to determine the resistance of a galvanometer by the half deflection method. The apparatus which is required for this experiment is that is high resistance box, low resistance box, this is also known as shunt, and galvanometer, two plug keys, battery and the connecting wires. This is the apparatus which we require to perform this experiment. Now the circuit diagram for this experiment is, first of all we need to have the high resistance box. It should be connected with the connecting key and with the battery in such a way that the positive terminal of the battery is connected with the high resistance box, and then the negative terminal is connected with the galvanometer. Similarly, another low resistance is connected with the galvanometer parallel to it in such a way that there is a key, another key, that is K2, which has been connected with it. So this is the circuit diagram which we need to have to perform this experiment. This is a practical circuit diagram which have been corrected practically, which we have seen already in the diagram. This is galvanometer, this is plug key, this is another plug key, and this is the battery. These are connecting wires. Now we are going to connect the circuit in such a way that first of all we need to have the high resistance box. It should be connected with the plug key with the help of the connecting wires, and then plug key is connected with the battery. It is connected with the negative terminals, and then with the positive terminal of the battery it is further connected to the galvanometer. Now this galvanometer is further connected to the shunt, which is low resistance box, and this shunt is connected with another plug key. We have connected the whole apparatus. First of all we need to connect the plug key. Then we have seen that the deflection in the galvanometer is out of scale. Now we need to plug out some high resistance from the high resistance box so that the needle in the galvanometer should be in range and have maximum deflection. Now we are plugging out the high resistance almost 9500 from the high resistance box, and the deflection in the galvanometer is full scale deflection up to 30 degree. Now we need to connect another plug key, and we will see that the deflection in the galvanometer, the needle has reached up to 0 point, the null point. We need to plug out some resistance from the shunt, which is also known as low resistance. We are plugging out 120 resistance from the low resistance so that the deflection of the needle in the galvanometer has become half of the full deflection, that is 15 in the galvanometer. After taking the readings, we are going to make the calculations. The table is given in front of you. First of all, we need to have the number of observation, high resistance box, deflection in the galvanometer, full scale deflection, low resistance box, half deflection, and then the formula for finding the resistance of the galvanometer. Now our first observation is, that is our first reading, that the value of the high resistance box is 9500, and for that the full scale deflection was up to 30 degree. And when we plug out the resistance from the shunt, its value was 120 to make the half deflection of 30 deviants. Now when we have the values of resistance, high resistance and shunt, we are able to find the value of the galvanometer with the help of this formula. The formula is R into S over R minus S, and the values can be calculated. The value of R is 9500 of R and 120 of S over 9500 minus 120. So using this formula and putting these values, we are able to find the value of G, and that will be in ohm. So similarly, this is one reading which we have taken. Similarly, we are able to take more than one reading. We can take the second reading, we can take the third reading, we can take the fourth reading, and so on. At least we need to take 3 readings, and then using the same formula we can calculate the final reading of G, that is the resistance of the galvanometer, and that may be approximately equal to this 121.56. Now as we have calculated one reading, we can take the complete set of actual readings in the notebook, which are mentioned in the table of the notebook. Dear student, before performing this experiment, we need to know some precautions. First of all, we need to know that is there any zero error in the galvanometer? If there is zero error, either we need to remove that error or we need to count down that. The second precautions which we need to know, that when we are taking the readings, the first reading, then we need to know that the needle of the galvanometer, it should not be out of the scale. To bring it into the scale, we have to plug out some resistance from the high resistance box. And the third precaution is that when we are taking the reading on the galvanometer, for the full scale deflection, that number must be an even number. That may be 30, that may be 28, that may be 26, and so on. So these are the precautions for performing this experiment.
You can take this book, Objective Physics Practicals, from Ilmi Book Depot, Urdu Bazaar, Lahore. Your readings may be different from these readings. Check these readings as a reference. Thank you.